It says we're live.
Oh.
There it is.
Where's it on mine?
Welcome back to Johnny Custom Glocks. Michael, I got a special guest tonight.
Who is it?
It's Mad Dog Mike McGowan. That's you, my brother. You got a following. Thanks for letting me be here tonight, man. I'm really psyched to be here.
Oh, I'm very excited
God
that
bless
you're
you,
in the chair, man.
Man, I'm so
You know
glad.
I love you, brother.
The electric chair, right?
Here's the deal. I'm going to blame everything on you. You're going to take heat for everything.
And can I tell you
We
something?
would have been earlier, but
I can take the bullet. And
That's
I know
right.
it's the
you
first.
can.
I was the first choice tonight,
that's
right?
the first choice. You were the first
Hey,
guy.
Gus.
I was the first choice in the last 20 minutes to do
That's
the show.
right.
Hey, Gus.
Yes.
Funny.
You better
19.
watch out which bullet we're using.
No, it's a good bullet. Nice to see you.
You don't want Pilgrim.
Hey,
No.
do you get the lights on your show?
I got the red light here.
All right, just check it.
Roxanne,
Because I
you
don't
don't have to leave your red light on, right? That whole thing.
Ooh.
We're going to be talking about. I want to talk about why and when you started the Project Veritas
All right.
training, and I heard a rumor on the way in here tonight.
I heard a rumor.
I heard a rumor. You like to train the ladies.
Oh, that's.
I mean, you like
That's not a rumor, that's a fact.
with the Apex group, right? That's your group that you teach.
All right, so Apex, which some of them are in my crowd right now.
You got a big crew.
Hey,
Big crew.
ladies.
All right. So here's the deal with that. All right. So first of all, training women is so much better than training men.
Why? Why is it, as Johnny Carson would say?
Well, let me explain to you. As my friend Thunder Ted, okay, we were doing a women weapons class one day. He said this to me. He goes, "You know what's the best thing about training women?" And I'm like, "What?" He's like, "That they listen." I go, "You're in a room with a closed door with 16 beautiful women, and you think the best thing about that is that they listen?" I'm like, "I don't know about you, brother." You know what I mean? But it's like this. Like, I love training women because of exactly what he said. They listen. The ego is put aside, right? I honestly believe that, like, there's the good news and bad news about women, first of all, okay? So the good news is, well, it's like this. The good news is they make a much better shot than a man.
Really?
I don't give a shit.
Is that true?
I don't give a shit whatever asshole tells you whatever, whatever, all right? The truth of the fact of the matter is that women make much better shots than men. Everybody can get good with guns, but women get great much easier.
Really?
I don't care what anybody tells you.
And what is that? What is it? Is it in their makeup? They're more.
They listen. First of all, they listen, right? They don't stand up when they pee, so they don't have to hold on to their penis every time they freaking talk, okay?
You see where we went? Right in the toilet. Right in the first 5 minutes of the show.
But it's the truth, right? The ego,
pillow.
the guy's ego. What are we doing?
Your wife wants you to have a pillow.
Oh, for crying out loud, I got to sit up straight now.
Yeah.
As long as it's
Pull your shirt
as
down,
long as
sit up
it, Michael,
straight.
as long as it's the My Pillow, because
You guys
Lindell's
know-
Lindell's a guy.
Let me help you out. That's my pillow.
Is it a
Austin's
My?
got to give me another pillow.
But is it a My Pillow?
Put it behind
Oh,
you.
it could be a my pillow. It would be if I had it.
Sit up.
Here,
So
please.
I want you guys to
Well,
like.
I got to sit up straight so I'm not freaking slouching. So anyways, back to training women.
Because that's
right.
where we were. The
So
pillow got in the way.
Like, there's good news and bad news. The good news is that they make a much better shot than a man.
Right.
The bad news is they freaking overthink everything. Right, but once I break them of that habit, it's rock star shit.
Who's the toughest to train? Out of is it elderly? Is it kids? Is it certain types of people?
No, you know what it is? It's men.
Men.
Yep.
So now we're supposed to take lessons, right? You're going to train me.
Up
What
to,
do you
up,
want-
Up to 55 years old, guys are the worst freaking people on the planet to train.
Okay. So what's the best thing that I can do to prep for your class?
Just listen to what I say. It's like,
And
here's the deal, guys, right? Honestly, okay? Like, I've been a full-time instructor, full-time,
Right.
since 2005. Right? That's not when I started teaching. That's when I just started being an instructor. That's all I do, okay? And the thing is with that is, like, I have streamlined how this works because I'm an instructor at a gun shop that has a range. So what happens is JB comes in. It's like, oh, you know, and I'm like, don't get that gun. Get this gun. Don't do that. Do this, right? Because before she came in, Julie came in. And before Julie came in, Susie came in. And before Susie came in, Maria came in, right? And what happens is it just plays out. It's the same thing playing out every friggin' time, right? So all I'm done is like, this is how it's going to work. And am I wrong? Right? Because it's not my ego giving them data. It's them telling me what to say to them.
You know, the first time I met you coming in for a class, you said to me in the classroom, what do you want to learn? What do you want to know? I said, I don't know enough to ask you any questions. So just teach me.
That's a great
I had
point.
no idea.
And that's a desirable place to be, right? Like, I have no knowledge of firing a gun.
Exactly.
So I'm going to be a great student. Because I'll sit and listen like Opie and Mayberry and go,
It's
Andy?
like this. Here's what I'm going to ask you, right? I'm going to ask you, why are you here? Like, why do you want to go?
because the public guy said no. That's
The
why,
public-
that's why I'm here. That's why I'm here tonight. I mean,
Public
it's
guy
three
told
other
me
people.
that you needed a guy. I showed up.
That's why I'm here.
No,
the other guy was sick. You know, the guy's
Now
brother
you know
came
why I
in.
love Gus,
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it happens.
right?
No, but what I want to accomplish, right? That's
Right. Like, what are you here for, right? And people, like, here's the deal. Like, here's what happens most of the time. People get, you know, they don't know what to answer, so they're afraid because people are afraid to say this. I want a gun, so evil doesn't kill me.
okay. She's talking in my ear.
Oh, okay. I'm like, whose friggin' phone is that?
And you know what it is? You feel
Like, I'm rude, but have some friggin' courtesy here.
but you feel freedom in that chair tonight, right?
Oh, you have no idea.
No. I'm
Like,
making a point
hey,
here because the guys out
You
there.
have
in
no
the audience-
idea how free this
No,
chair
but let me
is.
ask you. This is a real pertinent. The point of having a gun gives you freedom.
Well, here's the deal.
It gives
right?
you responsibility.
It gives you responsibility, right?
But-
But it also gives you freedom. Yes, that is true. Because it's like, here's the deal. A lot of people out there have false sense of security.
We've talked about this.
I can point a finger at a bunch of people here that don't have false sense of security. Actually have friggin' sense of security.
We had a conversation before we went on a trip. I won't say where, but we had a
He
conversation.
had to throw that in.
We
had to slide that in.
No, we had a conversation about
Yep.
what your job was. You're a shooter. You're a professional bodyguard at
Yep.
times. Your job is to do what? And you shocked me. You chilled me with the answer, which is you have to be able to
Yep.
finish the thing. You remember what you told me? And I went
No,
like
'cause I'm
this.
like 4 Jack Daniels into the night.
No, you have to be able to protect.
My job is to protect you.
Exactly.
My job is not to make you happy.
Exactly.
Right? My job is to protect you.
Exactly.
Right? To keep you safe.
And isn't that the ultimate job of?
That's the thing. Like, here's the deal. Like, this is one of the things I always tell people before we start talking about guns is this: I should not care more about your life than you friggin' do.
That's a great point.
Does everybody understand that? So, well, I got this gun because I got it on sale. It was $200. Well, it sucks. You know, I don't care.
And you tell
I
them
don't care if you. Well, I like it. No, you don't. Like, where's Austin? Go get it.
Kat's
'Cause
on.
you don't have it, right?
I finally got on. Maria's on. Geneva's on. Geneva says, I said, teach me everything. There we are.
See, that's
There it
why.
is.
That's why women are better. See, teach me everything. It's the attitude.
Guys want to do this. Guys want you to touch their gun.
Oh, pull your shirt down.
Guys want you to touch your gun. Put your shirt down. We'll clean that up in post. Like and share the show, guys. You get a free a lesson with Mike.
Yeah.
We're gonna get a free. We're gonna if you're in the area. Do not expect me to fly to Minnesota. Like, Fernando, I love you, brother, but I ain't coming to Kansas for a free
Or
lesson.
Chaz in Seattle. You're not going to Chaz
I'm
or
not,
Chaz.
I'm not. All right.
Right?
Did you find it? Where is it?
So don't
who's got
forget
the
to
gray guy?
like the page and follow us and
On
hit
the
the
table
bell,
here.
guys, so you know when we are live. Hit the bell, right? We're
Hit the
supposed to
bell.
sell these things. You guys got a lot
Yeah,
of things. There's a lot of
Take notes.
pressure here.
Take notes about
You know?
how good this guy is.
Yeah, he's great.
Get your beverage
Have
of
you
choice.
back on again.
and
But it's-
get ready for the toast, right?
Ready?
Is
Oh
it-
yeah, we should already been doing the toast.
Should we do
Oh,
the?
Do we thank the sponsors?
I don't think so.
No, we're going to. I just started the show.
You are a little bit more excited about this than I am, and I am very freaking excited.
I would like to thank our sponsors.
There you go.
Okay, JCG. That's Johnny Custom Glocks.
Why?
Because life is too short to have a Glock trigger that sucks.
Nobody-
Follow him on Instagram and YouTube, right?
Yep.
Follow you. Pilgrim Ammunition. That's
It's on the
John
table,
Wayne's old outfit. Pilgrim.
You can't find it.
Does that have affiliation
What?
with Duke? Pilgrim Ammunition. The best self-defense ammo available. The Trevi Mack Foundation, bringing music to children of the University of Maryland Children's Hospital. That's a great cause.
That is an unbelievable cause. So here's I hate to
You
butt
see,
in.
you're a softie underneath. I know that. That's
You know that. Like, I'm a crybaby.
but you're a good man. See, a good. You know
I'm
what?
A crybaby that likes to shoot and stab people.
A
So,
good-
anyways,
A good man stops a bad man with a gun. Isn't that the
like-
thing?
yes. But here's what I gotta say, and I wanna I don't want to interrupt because I'm in this chair and I'm really digging it. I may do the show from this chair next week because oh my God, this is a good chair.
The public's
It
got to
is
be
so
here.
much better to be in this chair than that chair.
Gotta have Gus back.
Public's got to be here.
But
Going,
Gus, you got me like this.
You're over
Not
the
again,
limit.
Mike. Not again. That's 5 weeks in a row.
I do anything. You know that, brother. I do anything for you.
I know.
As
It's
with
not in
Mark
there.
Palmer. Mark Palmer, the great SRQ Live Studios, Mars Vision Productions. And lastly but not least,
doing
Military
fun.
Cases Surplus. Tony up in Largo taking care of all your case needs. What happened there? We didn't
Austin is right here.
moon anybody, did we?
No, I had it in my pocket. I'm sending Austin, cat.
What's the Skies in Chaos for Awesome Music? What is that?
That is our theme song. You don't have a theme song on your show?
Well, I have Humphrey Bogart from the old days, Casablanca.
Oh.
That's my movie.
You don't have a band writing you a theme song?
No, I again, like I said, I was
I'm just saying.
I was at the BOGO line, and
We had to decide which theme song we wanted to
how did you
use.
decide on? And how does that song go? It plays at the end of the show.
Yeah, here's the deal. I was outvoted on that. I was outvoted.
I like Strippers and Jack.
I like Strippers and Jack, but
We got outvoted.
right? Oh no, you guys are like, oh yeah. Where were you when we were freaking voting? When we were voting, where were you? Austin, I'm gonna play that back. And if I don't see you go like this, Strippers and Jack, right? Because I'm such a class act.
Oh, you're so classy.
We-
Hey, Chris Ziegler says, going
Craig.
Chippendale. Yes. Craig says, going Chippendales on us tonight, Mike.
What is it? Is my gut sticking out? Or is it just? Or is it the shit pick that's getting everybody excited? Because if this is getting you excited, we need to talk. I got to figure out how to get this back in without wrapping around the friggin'.
easy. We don't want to perform any surgery on the show just yet.
We do have a doctor in the audience.
Who's the doctor?
She's my daughter.
Maria.
Maria?
Yeah.
Dr. Maria. That's great. Thanks for being here. I can say, is there a doctor in the house? And she'll
Yep.
say, yes, there is.
She'll take care
And
of
she'd be
it.
like, yeah, Mike
That's-
should come to me.
That's good to know.
Because I keep telling them, if you
But
come to me, I'll make you
back
feel better.
Back to training, folks. Can you train anybody or something? Do you know when somebody is like, man, I can't train this person? Have you turned down people and said, listen, I can't help you?
Well, I threw a lady out, but she didn't leave.
No, she came back the next.
She was
next
no
time we
lady.
saw
No, she just, well, here's what happened. She came in, right? And she went like this. She sat down, and we're sitting down across the table from each other. And she goes, I just want you to know something. And I'm sitting there, and I'm going,
You doing a Joe Biden?
The whispers creep
I
me
go,
out.
I go,
The whisper creeped me out a little bit.
what? And she goes like this. She leans in, she goes, I'm not one of those people.
Oh.
And I go like this, I go, what people? And she goes, those crazy gun people. And I go, is that your gun? And she goes, yes. And I go, then you're one of those people. And she goes, no, I'm not. And I'm like, you're not? She goes, no. I go, what do you mean? She goes, you know, the NRA people that want third graders to bring AK-47s in their backpacks to school. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? She goes, I'm just want to go, get the fuck up. Oh, damn it.
Is that going here now?
Yes, it goes in there.
Take it easy, Mike. I'm on your side.
I don't know about that. I'm feeling a little cornered now.
You want the ear? You want the piece?
No.
Hey, JB says,
Jimmy
hello.
said- she said right there.
I know. She says, Apex girls in the house. Woohoo! Oh, yes, we are.
So we got ladies in
Hold
there.
on, I'm in the middle of the story. Don't start taking over. I don't know how much power you think you have over my show.
No good deed, right?
So I'm like, get out, right? And she's like, no. I'm like, get out. I go, I don't need your money. I go, get out. And she's like, oh, I need to learn to defend myself because, I'm like, I don't care. She goes, all right. I'm like, because I'm a jackass. I'm like, all right. And then she called me like 2 weeks later. I joined the NRA.
You did a conversion.
It's like this. Here's what it is. All right? People are blind. Right? They don't know what it is. Right? So they think that they're the only one that is responsible. Right? Excuse me. So they're like, oh, well, I need a gun because I'm responsible. And all you people are all crazy and, you don't need guns because you're crazy people. But I need one to protect myself. Like, you're just like everybody else. You know what I mean? Problem is, you voted the wrong way. That's what it is. Yeah. Right? And then what happens is they see, and they're like, all right, I understand a little bit now, and then they understand more, and the next thing you know, they join the freaking NRA.
Hey, you know what?
What?
Your mama's watching. She says,
Crazy!
Be good. Your mother's watching.
Oh, you've got your.
Now I'm getting lectured by my mom.
I love your mama.
Mom,
Hi,
I
Bobby.
got nothing to do with this behavior tonight. I'm just trying to help. He's my brother, though.
My mother's a distinguished expert with a handgun.
She's probably got to be good. Did she teach you to shoot the first time?
Oh, please don't start.
Oh, the story's
Here it
coming.
comes. Here it comes. I'm saying before she puts it in the freaking comments. So here's what happens. Before I go away or when I come back from basic, all right? Because this is the deal. My mother was a great shot when she was a kid. My mother's actually used to go hunt squirrels. All right?
The squirrels didn't like that.
No, obviously not. So what happens? You come back. I come back from basic. I go buy a couple guns. We go shooting because we're like, my mother was like my shooting buddy, right? So we go out and understand that my first gun I got from my uncle. You guys understand that? Everybody's like, well, I was 12 years old. My dad gave me a gun like Skinny. I was 12 years old. My dad, I was 19 years old when I got my first gun from my uncle. Your uncle gave it? Yeah, my uncle freaking Sam. All right, so I never knew anything about guns before I got my first gun, right?
But where's the drummer? Where's the drummer?
So I come back from basic. I go out and I buy an AK and 22, an AK-47 and 22, a 12-gauge pump, and an Uzi. Because I know everything about guns. Right, because I went through basic. Right? So we're out shooting in a pit. We used to go to this pit. I showed you that pit.
Yeah.
Now it has houses, right?
Yeah.
Did you guys, now because you had your own car. So anyways, right? We're out there shooting. We got bottles setting up. And what did we used to shoot? What's my favorite soda to shoot?
Oh. What the heck is the name of that? No, it's crazy.
Moxie.
Moxie, that's right.
You guys ever heard of Moxie? Moxie
Really?
blows up better than any other soda. So there was a store right in front of the pit. So we go there, we get all the Moxie, we bring it out, go in the pit, we go shoot. So we're shooting bottles, and my mother shoots the top off a bottle. She goes, oh, I shot the top off. I'm like, on purpose? She's like, yeah. I'm like, that's not a big deal. She goes, you do it. And I go to shoot, and I miss. And I hit the bottle, I hit the bottle again, so I get the Uzi, I freaking shoot and just blow it up, right? And then she's always like, Michael.
Yep.
Michael, tell your friends how I shot the top off and you couldn't.
Oh, you know what? Python says, Mike, I have pictures of that day.
Me being all grumpy. And then she's always like this. She's always like my mother.
The day when she shot the top off, he has pictures of that?
Yeah, because that's my buddy, like one of my best friends growing
From
up.
like
yeah.
a little guy.
So we used to go shooting at.
Oh my God, that's cool.
You know, he still has a whole boatload of friends from when he was a kid.
That says a lot about it.
It does.
It just says I have great friends.
You do.
That put up with me.
I want to talk about something. You mentioned the NRA and the stuff that's happening in the country right now.
Yep.
Are you concerned about folks, and I'll just leave it at that, trying to take the guns away?
Of course, they're trying to take the guns. What they're saying.
No, but
we're going to take the guns away.
No. This is happening now. I mean, the stuff that was not that they said they wouldn't do or weren't going to do. I'm not going to make this political, but I'm just saying. I'm a Second Amendment guy. You taught me to love the Second Amendment even more than I loved it before, and knowing you more, I love it and I respect it.
All right.
It's there right next to the First because without the Second Amendment, you don't have any of the First Amendments, and that's what they're trying to do.
Here's what we're going to do. Let me explain this to you. All right. Smell that.
Yeah.
Smell it. Right?
Yeah.
Smell this. Do those two smell the same?
No.
Then stop trying to goat me into something.
I wasn't trying to go to him. I was just asking a question. I was just getting some fried chicken from Publix.
Hey, you know what? Fernando's watching, Reed's watching, Kat's watching. Hey, you know what? Susie England is watching.
Oh, shit. Susie England's watching like 9 times.
I know. She just keep coming up and coming up.
But
Pat
seriously,
You guys heard that? For some reason, every time, like, all she got to do is she's on it, it just, until someone comments, it just keeps going one after the other. It goes, Susie England is watching, Susie England's watching, Susie England's watching. It's just one after another, after another, after another, after another.
Can I get a survey of the folks out there on the why they take the class? Why do you do it? Do you do it to protect yourself? You do it because you're concerned? You do it to have fun? Is it all the answers?
You're looking at a bunch of savages and being like, why did you guys take the class?
Well, I didn't quite say it like that, but if you want to say it,
I'm just like filling in the gaps.
You know.
A bunch of kick-ass shooters out there, let me tell you.
No, but there's a reason. Like you said, why I would want to do it. If you're asking me that question, I'm concerned. I mean, I'm motivated now to have it, to become a good shot, to protect my family, to protect my friends. Something comes up.
Well, here's what I'm going to tell you, right? Because I've already asked the question.
Yes.
So I could say, right, with the exception of Austin, because he got, like, good grades, so he got to come shoot, okay?
That's his thing, right?
Everybody else came to me because they want to learn to defend themselves.
Right.
That's true, right? Is there anybody out there that
That's
am I
everybody,
misspeaking right now?
Yeah.
Julie was pissed at her husband. The rest of them,
Yeah, but let's clean that story up though, so it has a good ending. Julie was pissed at her husband.
You
no,
want
let's
me
get
to,
into the whole story.
Oh.
No, not the whole.
I like the whole story.
We don't. We only had limited
You
time.
go ahead.
I
You
know.
start.
Mom,
You
why
start,
don't
I
you
will
go in with
finish. Go
another
ahead.
comment?
All right. My husband taught me how to shoot long guns when we were kids in high school. He taught me how to hunt doves with a shotgun and hunt deer and hogs with a rifle. And so when my daughter was old enough to go through the police academy, she had to learn how to use a pistol. So my husband said, Julie, you need to learn how to shoot a pistol. I said, all right, honey, you did such a great job teaching me long guns. Teach me the pistol. Oh, my God. We got the biggest fight ever. I was apparently letting go of the gun or something every time I shot, and he was a horrible instructor for pistol. And so he went to his truck. We're on this range, and I'm letting go of the pistol, shooting the ground. And he kept saying, you're shooting the ground. I said, no, I'm not. So he went to his truck, and he got duct tape, and he duct taped my hand to the gun. And I waited patiently for him to duct tape that gun to my hand, and I looked at him, I said, fuck you, I'm going to go get lessons. I owe you $1. I met Mike McGowan, and I've been training with him ever since.
That was worth the buck, wasn't it?
continue
Was
on.
that worth the buck? That was worth the buck.
We're not
I
done
felt
yet.
that bell.
Oh, no, there's more to the story. There's more to the story.
Paul
What
Harvey,
happens is-
the rest of the story.
This is the rest of the story. Paul Harvey's like, give it to him, Mike. All right. So what happens is Julie comes to us, like, and at the time it was me and my buddy Jesse, right? Because we started Veritas together.
Oh, my God. Here we go.
Oh, what? Do you think we were not going to tell the rest of the
You know,
story?
he's like an elephant. He never forgets
I forget
anything.
everything. Like, I have zero recall because of all the lead that's saturated in my brain.
But you
right
remember
now.
this.
But, like, it's weird.
Oh, my God.
I can't remember what I had for breakfast, but I freaking remember this.
Oh, God.
So here's what happens.
I need another
Jesse
drink.
and I, right, because, like, we'll explain Veritas in a second, okay? We're talking, I'm like, look, I got this chick training with me, right? She's a savage. We should make her an instructor. And he's like, right? And he's like, you know what? You're right. Like, I like her. Like, let's make her our first female instructor, all right? Because that's what we're doing. We're training women. We want, you know, and let's bring her in. So we go to her and we say, Julie, here's what we want to do. Why don't you go to instructor school? Why don't you be our first Veritas VTA instructor, you know, a female instructor. That's what we want, right? And she's like, oh, I don't know. I don't think so. No, I'm not interested, whatever. Like, I think it was like, what was it, 6 minutes later? Whatever. I can't remember the timeline. But Julie calls me. She calls me on the phone. And she goes like this. She goes, hey,
Oh, my God.
I'm down at this range, and one of the instructors here thinks I should go to instructor school.
Oh, my God.
And I'm like,
Oh.
really?
Really?
Wow, that's great, right? And then, like, here's the thing: the guy calls me,
Uh-oh.
Right? And being very condescending. He tells me what a great job I've done training her. And I should be proud of myself. Like, this is a guy calling me that's not fucking qualified to carry my range bag. All right? Is letting me know. And I want to go, if you want to book a lesson, let me know and I'll actually teach you something because you don't know shit. But I didn't say that because I'm mature.
Oh, yeah.
Hey!
Because he's mature. You held back.
I'm mature.
Yo,
grown
buck.
up.
Yo, buck.
Whatever. Crap. All right.
Oh, God.
So when you said you thought she was a savage, that like is the highest compliment you can give.
Yeah.
That's like his idea.
Yeah. Here's the deal. Thank you, sir. Thank you for playing.
Like this. Let me explain Apex to you, and you get a better understanding. Okay. So first of all, Apex, okay, is my war against men with guns, because most men with guns, and I say most, and I'm being kind, 99.9% of them are a bunch of freaking jackasses that don't know shit. All right? Because I got to deal with them all day long. Okay? So what I did is I decided, like, first of all right, let's back up. Let's get to the first question on that list, which is why I started Veritas. Okay?
Mike,
I started.
why did you start?
Please ask me.
Why did you start Veritas?
That is a great question. That is why you are in the #1 seat.
Thank you very much.
First of all, I got to tell you guys, we're doing this a lot more. Just let you. Mad Dog Mike McGowan will be our guest 3 days out of the month. The first day of the month will be the law attorneys.
Oh, yeah.
So this stupid-ass gun right here is why I started Veritas Training Academy. So what happened is, I got sick and tired of listening to guys say stupid shit to women about guns. All right? So what happened is I came out of a lesson one day, I went behind the counter, and there was a guy who's a big guy in a cowboy hat. Right? He's got like a little woman with him, right? And he's up there and he's like, I need to get my little lady a gun. So I'm trying not, because you know how well I am at minding my own freaking business.
Oh, yeah.
So anyways, all right. So I'm walking by, and the guy's like, well, what do you need to go? Well, and she needs one of those little revolvers, because it's small, and they're light and simple like her. And I'm like, ooh, this is going to be good. But she was like this. Right? So me being able to mind my own freaking business, right? I stop, and I'm like, why do you want one of those for her? Right? Well, blah, blah, blah. Right? And I'm like, what do you carry? He goes, I carry a Glock 21, which is the big-ass friggin' 45 Glock. Right? I'm like, why don't you carry a revolver? And he's like, well, my Glock carries 13 rounds of 45. I'm like, aren't you afraid of it jamming? My Glock never jams. Right? And I'm just like, at this point, it's not even fun anymore because the guy's such a friggin' idiot. Right? That he doesn't even realize I'm making him make fun of himself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right? Because it's small and it's light and it's simple. Which is just, so I leave. I get done, I leave, and I call my buddy Jesse. And I'm like, hey. He's like, what's up? I'm like, oh, and he goes, later on he tells me, he goes, yeah, dude, I just put the phone down and walked off. And I would just walk back and go, yep, and then keep going. And then come back, and 2 days later I picked it up and just went, is that it? And you said, yeah, that's it. And I'm like, all right, I'm in.
That's funny.
So Jesse came over the next night, and I said, look, I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this stupid shit. I'm like, why are everybody still training women to carry revolvers when they're like one of the stupidest friggin' gun for self-defense? If I had to make a gun that was worse than this for self-defense, all right, all I would do was just take 4 to 5 shots out of it and just make it a single-shot, stupid-ass gun. Right? Well, like, tell me what's good about it. Well, like, no. All right, it's got crappy sights. It's got a horrible trigger. It only holds 5 rounds. It takes a month to reload because it's friggin' stupid. Jerry Michalchek can, like, yeah, let's find somebody else. So anyways, it's got a friggin' shit ton of recoil, right? It's just a dumb-ass gun. Right? So when you ask guys that say, well, you should have one of these because you don't stand up on your pee, and you go, what do you carry? And they go, well, I carry a Glock. Well, why don't you carry a revolver? Like, I actually, like here's the deal. I'm a world-class asshole. All right? So here's what I say in class, all right?
So that's a WCA.
I am a total WCA.
Is that one of our sponsors? That sounds like one of our sponsors.
Sooner or later. But what you got to understand is that I'm your world-class asshole.
No, right.
You know what I mean?
It's right.
Right. So it's just like.
But you feel good telling those people and setting them straight.
Well, I tell them this. I shouldn't care more about your life than you do. And if you do, then, have at it. Go get a stupid-ass gun.
So in the hierarchy of guns, this is at the bottom. This is at below.
If you ask me, there are very few guns, but there are guns that are worse than this. Like, I have a Derringer. I got a Derringer in 45. Like, go ahead and shoot that once. Tell me if you can write your name on a check the next day. So anyways, there are very few guns that are worse than this for self-defense. All right? It's just that simple.
Yeah.
And the problem is that.
What is your gun of choice, though? The number one gun in all situations to defend yourself. Is there one that comes to mind? Or is it different for everybody?
SIG P320, Glock G19.
Now, I have both of those.
One of the Savages. You use it, right, Julie?
I have both of those. I usually carry my
you shoot that?
G19.
What do you got?
You guys agree?
Yeah.
19.
What do you got?
19.
What do you got? What do you got?
Doc's got a 19?
Austin, what do you got? Well, what do you know? You're only the youngest person ever to win a friggin' GSSF division, so
there you go.
Your opinion doesn't matter right now.
Well, I have a boatload of Glocks and
being facetious.
Boatload of SIGs. So my
but
two favorite
it's like
guns.
this.
Two favorite
like,
kinds.
They give me data.
Right.
I repeat that data back to people.
So let's say I'm in the market for. Now that would not be a gun I would start.
I would give
out
you
on.
yes.
Really?
Here's the deal. Don't build up.
So if I'm
there is no building up.
So you go, I go in and get that gun. What does that gun cost you, approximately?
$600 plus or minus.
Yeah.
Depending on which model you get.
Wow.
But it's like this. It's like what people don't understand is it's the guns are all the same. Some just work better a lot better than others, right? So they're all the same. So it's like, there's no sense starting off with a starter gun.
Right. You don't build up.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with this.
It's not like
and then you
working
can
out.
spend more friggin' money. And then you can spend more friggin' money. You know what? Just spend the money. I don't know. Go out and get a friggin' red dot, put it on top of it.
So to be a good shooter.
Be a woman. Oh, I'm sorry. What were you going to say?
No, finish your sentence. I'm going to say you need to have. Yeah, I think your answer is right. Be a woman is a good starting point.
Focus.
And then shoot a lot, right? Go to the range a lot?
Well,
or no?
It's not so much going
not
to
so
the
much
range
that?
a lot. All right, because here's the deal. She's like the best
Who's that?
natural shooter I've ever seen in my life, Susie.
Susie in the middle over here?
Yeah, she's a dry firing god. But she wants to go to the friggin'
What was
range.
the name you called her? Drive?
Dry firing god.
Okay.
But she wants to go to the range friggin' 8 days a week. It's like, stop doing that. You're wearing yourself out. No, having fun. Well, have fun wearing yourself out, right? She's already a god. Her first shot ever was in the X. Like in the X at 21 feet. One shot, 1 for 1. Right?
You love it, don't you?
She hated it at first. Hated it.
But you love it, though.
Having nightmares. Calling me in the middle of the night. I was shooting again. I'm so scared.
I just heard.
Call me from 495. I'm 495 and I'm scared.
Oh, we got one.
Come up here.
It's a ruly crowd tonight.
She's like she's her job.
Yeah.
Right, makes her a god in the gun world. Right. So first I thought the plastic surgeons, like 'cause I trained a plastic surgeon, and plastic surgeons, they're it. They stand in one place for hours. They focus on little tiny things.
Oh, you're talking about what the
For hours.
criteria?
God.
The criteria of the people that are set to be good shooters.
But a court reporter
Oh, you're a court reporter.
is a god.
Whoa.
Like that is the
You're
highest
focusing.
I have got. Is her.
Really? So what would be the worst, like like a pizza flipper or something?
No, a guy.
Yeah, any guy.
Just any guy.
You have no idea what I have to deal with.
Hey, you know what? You should bring up your Apex ladies. Everybody you've trained.
Why don't you guys come up here and say hi?
Say
Apex
hi.
and shoot.
Come on.
Come on up,
Future
ladies.
Apex.
JB,
Come up and say hi. You guys
Susie.
don't want to come up and say hi? No, they're just here to support me. Don't make them come up.
That's fabulous. Stuff.
Come on up.
Maria.
And how long have the ladies been training with you?
I don't know.
Approximately.
Before
like-
they came savages,
Go ahead. You can put it
6
in there
minutes.
for her.
No, before they came savages. Great question. So they weren't all savages right away.
Here's the deal. All women are savages.
Well, everyone was a savage? It's like seven, like Elvis. Everyone was a savage?
Susie.
Susie?
Future savage.
Yep.
She's already
She
savage.
will
She
be.
just needs a
That's
t-shirt.
savage.
She just needs a
All right.
Doc
So-
Maria's a savage.
It's
Yeah.
just like right here is a great collection of friggin' gunfighters. Like gunfighters.
We'll protect you.
Good.
Like,
I'm going to call
Here's
you.
the deal. You know what? Somebody breaks in here right now. I'm going to start chopping people up with a machete. I'm going to be like this. Wrong house! Get them. Austin, I need more ice. Don't go by the guy with the machete. Like, I don't care. It's like this. Like, honestly, it's like...
It's turning into a movie. This is good. This is
it. These are them,
fabulous.
right? They're savages. So first of all, like these two won all the women's division in the state of Florida.
Yeah.
All right? It's just... Like, they're apex. So everybody but Susie. Susie is going August 7th to Women's with Weapons. She gets to
She'll be
try to
called
win
Apex.
her shirt.
Yeah.
It's not given, it's earned.
That's right.
Right? But these guys, like
Is he right?
JB's going to take over the apex, right?
You guys agree
You
with
agree?
his statement about women listening? Do you think that's true?
They're all instructors.
Yeah.
No, but you agree with that like that whole mantra?
Pretty much.
Really? That's so interesting.
Like, here's how it goes. Let me explain to you. You guys can go relax.
Look how calm
Thank
they are
you
because
very
they're good
Thanks,
shots. I
ladies.
could see it.
Yeah, but,
Thank you, ladies.
it's like this. It's not about being a good shot.
What's it about?
It's about being a great gunfighter.
So you say gunfighter. So
Gunfighter.
you're talking about like in
Like, here's the deal. Gunfighting and shooting are different,
Yeah.
right? I see a lot of guys that stand at the range and they shoot. And they're happy with what they're doing even though they suck.
I like how he does the impression of the men. He makes him like a Jerry Lewis movie.
Oh, it's like you have no idea what I have to go through. Like, here's the deal. It's not that I don't love, because I know a lot of guys that are great gunfighters,
Yeah.
but the percentage of guys that are great is like that much. Because what happens is they think they know more than they do, and they don't. You know, I'm getting a lot of hate mail, but you know what? I don't really give a shit.
We're in the very
So suck a dick.
We're in the very
All right?
nice, humble studio of Mr. Palmer. Palmer's a good shooter.
Palmer's a great shooter.
Yeah,
Here's the
he
deal.
is.
Palmer's a great shooter. Like, what you
Be
people
careful.
may not know about
He's
Mark
on a raft
Palmer
somewhere.
is he's on a raft, right? Is Palmer almost made it to the Olympics in shooting.
Yep.
I don't know how many of you guys know that.
Yeah,
he missed
sharpshooter.
it.
It's really
he missed
good.
it by the size of a period of text. Like, that's how much Mark missed by going to Barcelona too. All right, so that's pretty impressive.
And he
right?
loves to shoot.
He loves to shoot. All right, but it's like this.
But he's atypical for men, though. That's what you're telling me. No?
Yeah, I love Mark, but if you ask Mark, like,
There's a but here.
Mark's a shooter. You know what I mean? Like, I'm on him all the time. I'm like, out of all my people, I gotta hassle him the most.
When you say shooter, he's not a gunfighter then.
No, Mark's a gunfighter, but he's more of a shooter. Like, I gotta hassle him all the time.
Okay, you hassle
Like, he has,
how?
like, here's the deal. Palmer's got unbelievable skills,
Yeah.
right? He's got unbelievable skills, okay? But he's not gunfighting.
What's the gunfighting? Fill that in for me, a novice that doesn't.
Pull out a friggin' knife and try to stab me, and I'll show you.
Well, I'd rather not.
Yeah, good choice.
Good
It's
choice.
it's a wrong
I
crowd.
thought this was gonna be a nice show.
Like, here's the deal.
We're gonna go to like the commercial.
You would be attacked by
Thank
like
the sponsors.
15 people.
Here's the deal. I'll be like, this is gonna be cute.
Yeah, but
like-
I would never do that.
Like, well, it's like, I know you would never do that, but the thing is this. Like, you gotta
But you're-
understand
for
that I'm
sake of
always...
example,
For
you're
the sake
saying.
of example, the wrong crowd.
Yeah.
Like, 'cause I wouldn't even go for my gun, 'cause like, I don't want to clean it. Shoot him.
No,
what I
I
mean?
know that. Yeah.
They're just, like... So here's what happened. So we started Veritas because of that stupid thing, right?
Yeah.
Now what happened is that wasn't enough. So I started, like, we were only going to do Veritas we were going to run one class. That was it. Women with weapons.
Women with weapons.
Handgun, shotgun, carbine, rifle, all on the same night. That's it. That was the only class we were going to run. We started the company just to run one class. And we're going to do it over and over and over again. Now what happened is we started doing all the training and stuff like that, right? And it still wasn't enough. Because I noticed that the women I was training were savages, right? And the guys that I had to deal with were not, but wanted to give them advice.
Oh, jeez.
So you got guys that don't know shit
Yeah.
trying to tell savages
Yeah.
how to be savages,
Doesn't work.
right? So I said, you know what? Here's what we're going to do. We're going to take the top 3 in Apex, in Women with Weapons, and we're going to give them BAB awards. Do you know what that is?
No, standing for what?
Badass bitch.
That was my second guess.
Right?
I was just on the tip of saying that.
So
but-
all my Apex chicks have to win the Badass Bitch Award. Then we go to Apex. And then what they do is they compete against each other. Well, they get out there and they run drills, and we have winners in that, and they get to be what is it? The Duchess of Draw. So whoever's got the fastest draw is the Duchess of Draw.
Princess and Punch Out.
The Princess of Punch Out. So punch out, shoot 3, reload, shoot 3, all going to be hits, fastest time. Wow. The Goddess of the Grid of Fire, which is a drill where it's 8 positions running back and forth, right? Right? And they win these things and they get those titles because they're only competing against themselves.
And they do these where do they do this at?
We do an outdoor range.
An outdoor range.
You're going to do some of this
in
shit.
Sarasota proper, Sarasota Bradenton area here?
We used to be out on Fruitvale, now we're moving it out more.
You need a little space for these kind of things, right?
Mayaca City.
You need a little space for that kind of stuff.
Yeah, because like when we're doing the Grid of Fire, the back 2 shots are 20 or 25 yards. You know, and it's a moving and running and timed. You know what I mean?
So does this lead to competitions?
It's a competition by themselves.
No, this is a competition, but then is there an official, like they're running the Olympics now, like Mark missed the Olympics?
No, they just go and beat up on people in the GSSF or the indoor GSSF or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it.
All right?
I'm coming to it.
So what happened is we got to get, like I got sick and then Apex kind of fizzled out and then we're going to get Apex going again. We're going to ramp back up, right? Because I still have the camouflage tiaras.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Camouflage tiara.
So if you win one of the divisions, you get to keep your own tiara.
Is there a lot more interest recently in people shooting guns, especially women? Do you notice it? Do you notice calls? Do your friends of yours? Do you have a lot other than your group? Do you have friends that are shooting?
Yeah.
That you talk not into, but say, hey, I'd like to do that too.
Well, like first of all.
How do you find the next candidate? How do you find the next savages? You don't go to a savage hole and fish.
No, they come in and take lessons, and I go, you got to take women with weapons. Like
that's
that.
how you do it.
Yeah, it's a recruiting. Like here's the deal: women with weapons is not a class; it's recruiting.
Right.
Right for the Apex Project, which is my friggin' war against men with guns.
But you're finding a lot of interest out there. Like this show's on social media right now. You're finding people are interested in. I bring up not something political, but the defunding the police.
Yeah,
the increased crime rates right now. I come from Detroit, and I'm going to tell you something. This is not a plug, but the police commissioner of Detroit is running to be the governor of Detroit. He kept Detroit safe last July,
which is almost impossible.
Yeah, it didn't burn down because it burned down in '67. So I was really proud of my city when I was there for my aunt. No, I'm serious. Yeah. And I want him to win to be governor because he understands and respects the gun. That's something you say. You know, there's people that make gun and gun owners the villain.
I'm not one of those people.
No, I don't think so. Nor am I.
Those people.
Nor am I.
Crazy gun people.
I want to. I'm one of those people.
Gets my knife showing.
No, don't do that whisper thing. I get freaked out when you do that whisper thing. It reminds me of
Yeah,
someone.
but I'm conscious, coherent, even after my
So
third
are we still liking and sharing for a lesson with Mike? Are they doing this out there? How do we get who gets
Well,
the
you're
thing?
gonna pick a number. Oh wait, I'm the guest. I get to pick the
You
freaking
get to
number.
pick the number. All right.
Doing
Then I
that?
get to throw it at you.
Do whatever you
For a
want.
lesson with Mike. Here you go.
Bowl of, what's that say on there?
Bowl of shit.
Bowl of free shit.
Bowl of free shit. It's the bowl of free shit.
There we go.
That's good. I like it.
So take this and take the lowest number on the side, on whichever side.
You know there's going to be a quiz.
Like I'm not trained for this.
I can't even. Is this English?
Oh.
Give me that thing. I'll tell you what it is.
Jesus, it's your show. 51.
Well, it's not 121. 51.
51.
Holy cow.
For a free lesson with me, if you can put up with my shit.
Oh.
I guess that's done. Now we're drinking iced
Be
tea.
back. We're going to go to commercial. We're going to go to break.
We don't have breaks.
I'm
I'm not big time like
No
you.
commercials, no break.
While we're doing this, why don't you tell them what you actually do
I'm going to my guy Mi Pueblo in the booth here. Bring some Mexican food in here for the
Oh, I
crew.
love Mexican food.
Oh, it's great food.
And Tito's.
Me, what do I do at Tito's? Not together.
Tell them what you do, guys.
Then you got a party.
Tell them what you do.
I'm a writer. I'm a filmmaker, and I do a show here at Mars Vision. And
I know, we're going to wait for them to set the freaking setup after you're done.
I do at the well, yeah. I know you have to wait for me, right? I do the movie show, and I'm on in 259 countries that have blocked me, and there's only 189 in the world. So that's kind of a claim to fame.
There it is.
And I just wrote a book about...
What's it called?
It's called Get Trump, because you either get Trump or you want to get Trump. And I'm a big fan, and hopefully soon we'll have restore a good guy and a great patriot in the White House. Because I'm not liking what I'm seeing. And I'm saying that very nicely. I'm being very nice tonight. It's a
lot better than what
book.
we said on the van that day.
No, it's a big book, and I wrote it because the Holy Spirit made me write it. And I think she carries, by the way.
You know that.
So what's that I hit in my ear? I'm not used to it.
Oh, while you're waiting for that, Maria has a comment about the BABs. BABs have different type of nuggets than the guys.
What happened with the nuggets and the guys?
Yeah, here's the deal. Here's
the deal.
Here's what happens, all right? So...
We got the winner, too. Can I say the winner first?
Who's the winner?
Al Newman.
All right. Wow.
Seinfeld, Newman. Remember? Newman.
Here's what happened. Here's something on Al. His wife texted me today, right? She's like, I'm not coming in. I'm going to be able to come in for a little bit. And do you know any good trainers up in Virginia? I'm like, you're moving to Virginia? She goes, oh, no, I'm not moving. But my friend up in Virginia wants to know if you know any good trainers. I'm like, don't do that shit to me.
Because you'd miss them. You
Right. So here's what happens, right? So we start off, and then they become Babs. All right? When they become Babs, they're in Apex, and that's the end of the story right there, right?
Yeah.
So I explained to them what's about to happen. So here's what happens. First what happens is they call me and ask me about questions about somebody doing something, right? Like, oh, I was at the range, and this guy was doing this, and I want to know. Look at him smirking. I'm freaking smirking.
You want to know if it's right. They want to know if it's right.
Right. So then that's the first level.
Yeah.
Because they don't have the confidence yet. They don't understand how savage they actually are.
Yeah.
Right. Then the next one is the giggle. like I was on the range, and the guy next to me. He's like, my lights are off, and I was laughing. Right, so that's the next level. That's when they're starting to understand.
Yeah.
But they
what
still
it's all about.
Right, they still don't have the confidence.
Yeah.
Then, premier, pinnacle level, is when they call me up and they're pissed off. That's the pinnacle. When they're like, so I'm on the range, and this jackass next to me is telling his friend, oh, I think your sights are off. Right? And they're angry. And then I'm just like, because that is the friggin' pinnacle right there.
You're the proud papa.
Right? That's it. That's the proud papa right there.
My girls have grown up. Savages.
That's it. The anger, the frustration makes me feel so good inside.
You are funny.
Oh, God.
You're a funny guy.
Have you not done that? Have you not done that? Have you not done that? Right?
Yeah, it is. But the confidence, you see.
That's it. It's when they realize they're savages.
Exactly. It's an evolution.
That's it.
So what's the next move after savages? Do they go super savages or super duper savages?
Well, here's what I'm going to do.
Classes.
Here's what I'm going to do. All right, so right now we have Women with Weapons with your BAB Awards, which makes you Apex.
When is that?
It is.
Next Saturday.
August 7th.
Yeah.
All right, August 7th. So, all right. So what happens after that is like all my Apex, I try to get to go to instructor school, right? Because they already know more than everybody else, right? And I want them to be on that level and have that confidence and teach, right? So what happens is now we're about to have the pinnacle of the pinnacle, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm thinking up a program right now, which is going to be my Valkyrie program. So you can have Apex, right? But the king, or in this case, queen or goddess of Apex, there will be another level of Apex, all right? So there'll be the Valkyrie level. So the Valkyrie will be the top level, and you'll have to earn your way into the Valkyrie. So what it will be is I'm thinking up a qualification, a test of a bunch of different stuff that you have to do. And it's not about shooting, it's not about gunfighting, but it's also about, giving back. No, giving back to the community, like instructing, helping, stuff like that. Like
well-rounded.
like internship, like have you been teaching with me? Are you doing your own classes? Whatever. Like there'll be different things that you do, and you will earn your way into the Valkyrie level of Apex. Like Apex,
giving something back.
Apex is special itself, right? But like what we'll do is the next Apex meeting we'll have, I'll have you come out.
Super.
And you can see what that's like.
I'd love to.
It'll be a little rough on your ego.
Oh.
Not yours, because you're a good guy, but you'll see what I'm talking about.
No rougher than this.
Right? Like it's just.
No,
you know what I mean?
Fun. It's been a blast.
But the Apex meetings are great.
I'd love to do it. Yeah.
Like this is what it's like. Picture a King of the Ring UFC event where everybody's in there fighting. And then when the bell rings, they all go good the dishes and they put them out on a buffet line. And it was like, oh, you put olives in that? That's awesome, right? And that's Apex meeting right there. Like they're out there eating cornflakes out of each other's skulls, right? And then when it's done, it's like, oh, you cut the crust off. I like that. Like, am I wrong?
No.
Go ahead, speak up. Let me know if that's not what happens.
Well, I don't like buffets, to be honest with you.
What, 'cause you can't have the crust? No, I can make you for the crust, too.
They're always out of the skulls, you know.
The cornflakes out of it. Like, it's just awesome. Like, I'm very proud of my Apex.
No, you are like a proud papa, though. You have to feel like that at the end of the day, right? With these guys.
Hey, there's nothing better than being on a range and being like this. Hold on, I'll pull my shirt down so my freaking knife doesn't show. And be like, oh, look at all the guys out there. Yeah, sorry I did this to you, but I did it on purpose. All right, go get them.
Wow, that's so cool.
Like, it's like this. I have two of my Apex girls, and I'm not going to say who it is, that were kicked out of a women's group recently because they knew too much.
She's shishing you. All right.
Is that not what happened? All right, maybe I'm misspeaking. I'm just saying, I just want to throw that out there because I'm a little upset about it. All right?
That's all right.
But at the same time, I'm like, I told you.
Hey, Connie's on. Hey, Princess.
Apex, Princess.
How long you been doing this show and the whole thing? The show and
the show, like 3.5 years, right? 4.5 years.
And the training you've been doing it how long? Like?
I've been teaching. I started teaching adults. Like I started teaching when I was in the military.
Right.
So 1986, 87.
Oh, okay. Yesterday. It's yesterday.
Like a long time. Like Austin's like, how far back is that? Is that like the dinosaur years?
Yeah.
You were training dinosaurs, cavemen?
Tyrannosaurus was running rampant. Wow. How much has it changed in the biggest change in the last few years, or?
The biggest change was when the towers came down.
Oh, you think so?
Here's what happened. What happened is this. Like, nobody really cared until that point because we weren't fighting anybody. You know what I mean? So it didn't matter. Yeah. So all the techniques were stupid. They were all old. And you couldn't tell anybody, well, I've been a cop for 25 years. And I'm like, and you still don't know how to do it. You know what I mean? But nobody cared. And then what happened is the towers came down and we went to war, right? But we had to have warriors that were the best. So they started putting science into it, right? Instead of, my grandpappy said that you should hold the gun like this.
Okay.
Right? So what happened is they started putting science into it.
Science and technology and training,
right? And a lot of money.
Yeah.
A lot of money to teach our warriors how to be savages.
So it wasn't like that before in previous?
No, because it was all stupid shit.
Yeah.
Right? It was all, well, it doesn't really matter. We're going to Weaver stance up. Really? Because you can't move like that. Yeah, but, I saw this on Charlie's Angels in 1970, so it's got to be good.
They could shoot, though. They were savages, though, the gals, weren't they?
Yeah, they're about as good as the friggin' stormtroopers.
I'm not going to touch that line.
Stormtroopers couldn't hit friggin' space dirt if they fell down. And it's all the same shit. It's like this, because it's not that hard, Gus. It's not that hard. It's very, very simple.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, you say that, though. It's really not that hard, but provided you listen. Mm. Right?
Yeah, but it's like this. Yes, you have to listen. And it's like, it's sights and trigger, then fight from there. Sights and trigger, sights and trigger.
But it's got to be to me, one of the last questions is, are great shooters made or gunfighters made? Are they born? Are they trained? Do you think that these ladies here, for instance, your savages here?
Here's what I tell you: great shots come out of the womb. Great shots. Gunfighters are trained. It's not the same.
I see.
Like here's the deal.
I see.
Like here's the deal. Like these women are all savages. I helped that. I'd like to think that I trained you guys to be savages, right? Susie came out of the womb as a great shot. Right? She came out of the womb as a great shot. I have to make her a gunfighter. You know what I mean? So to train her to gunfight, I have to teach her that, right? But I didn't have to teach her shit to be a great shot. She was already a great shot. I just had to show her how to do it.
It's kind of like a boxer and a fighter in that metaphor, right?
Right. You know what I mean?
That's cool.
So
how long are we here? Like a month more, or what?
no, we're actually like 10 minutes over right now.
We're over time.
I almost can't ask this group if I can leave because I'll give it a shot.
I really enjoy having you on the show.
I enjoy being here.
Like, but I can't tell you how much I enjoy sitting in this freaking seat.
What's that?
This is a seat.
Off the leash.
I don't got time going, hey, what you need to do is like, I don't hear you. I don't hear you.
We're going to go to the Tiffany. We're going to go to the tote board like Jerry in honor of Jerry Lewis. Let's go to the board, Larry. I'm sorry.
Thank our sponsors and our
I want to thank our sponsors again. We thank them.
That's the producer. There's a producer taking power down. Now you know how I feel.
Johnny Custom Glocks, because life is too short to have Glock trigger. That sucks.
Do-do-do-do.
Pilgrim Ammunition, the best self-defense ammo available. Wait
a minute.
Oh, we're going to come to the toast. I'm coming to the toast.
No, wait. Ask Carrie if we have the video, if we can run the video.
Oh,
ask the boss.
Carrie, can we run the video? Can't play anything.
Will it go sound live?
No.
All right, never mind. We'll play it next week.
Never mind. Travis Mack Foundation, bring music to children at the University of Maryland. Children's Hospital. Thank you for doing that.
You're
SRQ Live Studios, Mr. Palmer, Mars Vision Productions, Military Case Surplus, Tony up in Largo taking care of all your cases.
Which we don't have any cases, so we need to go.
And then we're gonna do a toast, right? Is this the toast we read?
Yeah, toast is supposed to be right after the sponsors.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
Live every day, right? Raise your
glass.
glass.
There we go. Everybody
Live every day like it's your last. To friends gone too soon. It's great being here with you guys tonight.
Tommy and Travis.
Yep.
We'll see you guys next time.
That's
Michael,
it.
thank you.
No,
Mad Dog,
Gus.
Michael, thank you.
Thank you very much for sitting in that chair, brother.
Take us out.
Take us out.
All right, boom. That was okay.